Another day, another beautiful...
Warning, timeline disturbance detected.
Seriously? This early in the morning? Alright. Might as well get on our way. My name is Van Hoovian, and I am the fastest man alive. When I was a teenager, I saw my favorite CW series killed by producers. Grant Gustin went to prison for its murder, and then an accident made me the impossible. To the outside world, I'm just a YouTuber, but secretly I use my speed to fight crime, and one day I will find the producers that killed the Flash and get justice for Grant. I am the Flash! Oh, that was a doozy. Hello everybody, my name is Van Hoovian, and welcome back to another episode of Mod Mishaps, the series where I go through some of your guys' favorite mods and, cause some chaos. Today we're going to be covering the Speedforce mod by Yo Fadda. I think I'm pronouncing that right. If I'm not, I am so sorry. Not a super well-known fact about me, I absolutely love the Flash. He's like one of my favorite characters. In fact, my skin is actually modeled off of Wally West, one of the Flashes from the series. So when I saw the trailer for this release a few months back, I knew. I just kind of knew that I had to play around with this add-on when it released. And so when it released, I think 2 days ago now, as of releasing this, as of recording this, it's 2 days ago. I threw together a video, I threw together a quick intro and messed around, and kind of just got to know the model a little bit. I know I usually like to go in these blind, and I'm actually kind of blind about how the powers work. I have like a list I had somebody make for me of powers that you can do once you actually get the Speedforce. So yeah, we're just gonna get right into it. Okay, so starting off, we're gonna go through obtainment really quickly. So obtainment is actually not too complicated. It just takes a while. What you're gonna need starting off is this block right here, the spatio-temporal anomaly reactor. That is difficult to say, but you get that pretty easily with this crafting recipe right here. You need 4 iron blocks, a hopper, a piston, 2 repeaters, and then this item here called the star capacitor, which is crafted like this: 2 repeaters, 6 gold ingots, and then this thing called dark matter in the middle. I'm not entirely aware of how you're supposed to get dark matter. There are some things in this mod I don't think are finished. For example, the fabricator. If I pull up the fabricator really quickly, I left click on this to pull up its recipe, you can see it does not have one. I might just being dumb here. I might just be being dumb here, but I don't think everything in this mod has a crafting recipe right now. Most things do, but I don't know if everything does. For example, dark matter, I don't know how to get that. So if you guys know a way, make sure to let me know in the comments, and I'll pin you. But moving on, you take this, you craft the star capacitor, and you put it in here. You might want to hold on to these, by the way, because they're going to become important later down the road when I show you something else. So you take your spatio-temporal anomaly reactor. I'm just going to call it the star. So you take your star here, and when you open it up, you're going to see that it asks you for a dark matter capsule. Now, the way you make that is with this thing, the super compressed dark matter vial, which you make by taking pure dark matter in a flask and making it with this crafting recipe. And you might be asking, well, then how do you get pure dark matter? Well, you're going to need a few things. You're going to need a flask, you're going to need a brewing stand, and some skulk. So you take your flask and you right click on the skulk to get normal dark matter. And then what you do then is you take, just another star that you happen to have lying around, because that's what this costs for. I think it's a little much, but hey, I didn't make the mod. But you put the dark matter flask in there, another star, brews with the dark matter flask for a little bit, and if we just give it a second, it turns into pure dark matter. So now that you have your pure dark matter, you need to make this crafting recipe really quick here to get the super compressed dark matter vial. And then you need to combine it with a rocket capsule, which is made like this, pretty cheap. So you take these two in a crafting inventory, and you put them together, get the dark matter capsule, and then you load it into here, and you put the redstone torch on, and then you wait, you can't do it yet because you need yourself a lab coat. So lab coat is pretty simply made. It's just white wool in a like chest plate like pattern with a book replacing this slot here. So you take your lab coat, you put it on, you look really cool in it for a second. It's a little big on me, but whatever, I get over it. And then you click launch. Oh my god, that sounds so awesome. And the animations on this are beautiful. I'm like, this looks so cool. So after all that's happened, you'll have a Speedforce storm happen. I'm sure absolutely nothing bad will happen.
A few moments later.
Now, after you've been in a coma for the last like 6 months, you're gonna wake up and you're gonna find out that you have superpowers. The primary superpower being super speed, because you know it's obviously like, come on, it's the Flash. Obviously it's super speed. You guys knew that, but I think this is like probably the coolest super speed showcase I've ever seen in modding. I don't know what exactly it is about it that's just so appealing, but this is actually a great time to show off something that, because as you can see, my hunger has fallen. That is one of the cool things about this mod that not every other like Flash mod has, is that every single ability that you use drains hunger. It doesn't matter like how, like if it's phasing, if it's running, like it doesn't matter what it is. It's all drains health, or all drains hunger. So how do you combat that? Well, you could speed eat by just like spamming your right click and like eating as much of the food as you like physically can. And that does help for a while. As you can see, I'm going pretty fast right now. And my hunger isn't running out. There we go. So now, you can see my hunger is now starting to drain. So while it is a kind of long-term-ish solution, it's not what I would call permanent. So, what do you use to permanently get rid of your hunger? These things. The hypercaloric power bar, calorie power bar. These are made pretty simple. Take 6 cakes, you throw them in a crafting bench just like this, and boom, you get yourself 1 hypercalorie power bar. Now, you can make a few of these things, and a single one will give you, I think it's 150 bars of hunger. It's something ridiculous like that. I had a mod installed before that would let me like see how much it was, but I uninstalled it because it was causing issues with one of my other mods. But it's something ridiculous like that. And basically, you eat one of these puppies and you'll never have to worry about hunger again. So that's how you get the power, and that's how you deal with all of its side effects for the most part. It looks like I must have at some point broken all of my item frames. That's great. But you guys don't want to just like be the Flash. You want to look like him too. So, let's get on to the next cool part of this mod, the suits. Now, the suits aren't too difficult to make. All you need is some of this stuff. Thermo weave fiber and these blueprints. I don't know how to get these. I don't know if they're like found in dungeons and stuff. I imagine that's how you find them. I don't know. They don't have a crafting recipe or anything I can find on them. There's not really a wiki, like a source for this mod yet. So I can't really like find this too easily, but I think they're found in dungeons. But what you need is some of this thermal weave fiber. It's made pretty simply. 4 iron nuggets in the corners, 1 iron ingot in the middle, and this like plus pattern of string. So what you take some of this, you surround leather armor in it to make the thermal weave armor. Which if I get myself some of that, which I thought I already had, but I guess I didn't. This stuff's actually unwearable, which is a little disappointing because it looks like it would look really cool, and honestly, being able to like make your own flash suit would be super cool. But for now, it's unwearable. All it's used for making the suits. So let's do that right now. So you put them in there. You get yourself one of these blueprints. We're gonna go with the Flash because you know he's the Flash, and then you just hit fabricate, and then you watch as this cool little doohickey thing here goes and stretches it and pulls it and pushes it and molds it into your brand new super suit. And then it places down the emblem, and there you go. So once you put the suit on, oh, it looks like my skin's clipping through a little bit, but actually it's fine. It looks cool. So once you have your suit, you're gonna notice actually gonna notice something. You're gonna actually run faster while you wear this suit. Now, you might be thinking, that doesn't make any sense. The Flash's suit doesn't give him powers or speed. It just, like, looks cool, right? And yeah, well, in the comics, that is how that works. There's another thing in the comics that isn't in this mod, and that is, like, fire, basically. Well, in the comics, or actually, it's not in the comics, it's in the show, when you run at super speed, the friction created by your, like, electricity and all of that will begin to catch all your clothes on fire. So, this suit is friction proof. Specifically, the thermal weave fiber is friction proof. It says it right there. And there's actually a friction proof enchantment as well, which you can use to give the same speed and effect to all of your normal armor. If you don't want to make the Flash suit and you want to use modded armor or whatever, you can use that for it. Although I think the Flash suits look awesome, so I don't know why you wouldn't just wear these. Like, you don't want to look cool. But regardless, once you put these on, you're going to notice a bit more speed, some more stuff you're able to do. Outside of that, I don't think any of the suits have any specific powers. They're all crafted the same way with the blueprints, except with the exception of 3 suits. See, you might have noticed there's only 4 blueprints, but there are 7 suits back here. There's the Flash, Reverse Flash, Zoom from the CW, Impulse, Kid Flash, Death Grip, and there is the Future Flash, which is the Flash suit from the Season 4 of the CW series. My favorite suit, by the way. Now, only 4 of these are craftable, like I said. There's the Flash suit is craftable, the Zoom suit is, Kid Flash suit is, and Death Grip is. So, the way you get the Reverse Flash, Impulse, and Future Flash suit is like this. The Reverse Flash suit you need to get by actually killing the Reverse Flash himself. It's super futuristic and stuff, so you can't actually craft it yourself. So yeah, you need to kill the Reverse Flash and get his suit ring. Now, there is actual boss fight thing for him, but I will get into that later. But for now, you just need to kill him. He'll drop his ring. He'll sometimes drop Impulse's flash ring as well. You can get flash rings for all the suits. They're pretty simply made. 2 iron ingots at the top, like this upside down helmet full of gold nuggets, a piston, and an iron trap door will net you 1 flash suit, which then you can, I'm gonna give my goat, Kid Flash, which then you turn on your speed and you run forward, and if it didn't bug out for me, you're supposed to be able to, I did it in the intro. You saw it in the intro. It shoots out like a projectile, and then you put on the suit, and it looks really cool. It's just being a little buggy for me right now. That is another thing. Some of the features in this mod are kind of buggy. Like, wall running can be a little finicky sometimes, especially on slabs. Water running is really finicky. It is, like, I think it's pretty impressive for a first release, just how well done this still is, though. It's just a little finicky at times. But once you have the Reverse Flash suit, you can then craft the Future Flash and the Impulse suits. Like I said, you can get the Impulse suit from the Reverse Flash. You will drop the Flash ring for the Impulse suit and the Reverse Flash suit. It's not guaranteed. I think they both have a small, like, it's a kind of an uncommon drop for both of them. But if you don't get the Impulse suit and you want it, you got to take the Reverse Flash suit and put it in the fabricator with Kid Flash's blueprint to make the Impulse suit. And if you want the Future Flash suit, you take the Reverse Flash suit and you put it in there with the Flash blueprint, and you will get yourself the Future Flash suit, which all 3 of these suits that I just told you about have the really awesome, super cool feature of a GUI. It will tell you multiple things. It'll tell you your speed. It will tell you where you're at and what direction you're facing. Of course, if you turn up and down your speed, it will actually appear on your left. And then you can do this it comes in with built in with a space-time GPS, which we will get into in a minute, but that's kind of important. So, after all that, you might be thinking, hey man, that's really cool and all, but what if I don't want to have to go through all the trouble of getting the Speedforce myself? You know, kind of fighting the Wither, getting Skull, making all this tech. It just seems like a lot. I don't really want to get electrocuted. You know? And to that I say, well, you're lazy, but I also say, we've got exactly the device for you. So, over here, you will find this nifty little item called the Speedforce Harvester. Now this thing is really simple. You take a speedster that you don't like, say like Blaze, for example. I don't like Blaze. I want his speed. I'm gonna tell him to put the Speedforce harvester on. He's gonna put it on, and then he's gonna start to glow. And he's gonna be like, "What the heck? What's going on with my Speedforce?" Yeah. But yeah, you'll see that all your lightning gets zapped away, and then you will be left with very little health and the fully charged Speedforce harvester. Now, you take this thing, and you're gonna need to craft yourself a centrifuge. I guess I had one left over in there. That's a little weird. I think the centrifuge has a crafting recipe. I can find out. No, it does not. But you take your centrifuge, you take a injector. This thing's actually pretty easy to make. It's 3 pointed dripstone, redstone dust, a repeater, a piece of glass, and a stone button. You shove that in there, you put them together. What do you get? A really cool animation and your own vial of Speedforce. Now, all you gotta do is hold it in your right hand, your main hand, and hold right click, and nothing happened. What? That's so boring.
More moments later.
Well, things, please stop electrocuting me. But yeah, so now that you have your Speedforce, you can run around and, I can hop in Mach 5, I can go into flash time, do all this cool stuff. But like, wait a minute. I'm not nearly as fast as I should be. Maybe it's just because I'm not wearing the suit. No, I'm still not nearly as fast as I should be. I got full hunger. What's going on? Well, my friend, you have managed to successfully obtain an impure Speedforce connection. See, the Speedforce doesn't just hand out its powers to anybody. It very carefully selects avatars for itself. And you, my friend, are not an avatar. You just stole the Speedforce connection from somebody else and ripped it straight into your body. So the Speedforce isn't very happy with you right now. You see, this injector isn't just Velocity 9. It's not like some magic gateway to the Speedforce. You have now stolen the Speedforce for yourself, and it's not going to take kindly to that. So it may take a while. It's kind of random, but the longer you run around with your weakened version of the Speedforce, you will eventually encounter one of these guys, which I'm going to summon because I don't feel like taking forever. The Speedforce Sentry. Now he's gonna run around, he's gonna try and attack you, and you gotta fend for your life, but you're not going to be able to, because he's going to kill you and send you into the Speedforce, where you are promptly going to be electrocuted to death. And once you wake up, you're going to notice very quickly that you do not have a connection to the Speedforce anymore. That is because the Speedforce took it from you. You are now banished from the Speedforce forever. Not literally, but yeah, you do not have your speedster powers anymore. So honestly, getting the injector is kind of a really bad option. You should just probably go for the normal Speedforce route, the normal route, because the injector is going to give you at least a limited run of speedster powers. They're not gonna be very strong, and once you die, you lose them. So you might have been doing all this and thinking, well, that's really cool, then. You got your cool speedster powers, and you can get your impure connection to the Speedforce and all that, and all your cool suits. But what if I'm just a normal player with the Iron Man suits or something, and I don't want to be a speedster, but I also don't want the speedsters coming in my base? So what do? The answer is quite simple. If you follow me over here, I will show it to you. So, the answer is this neat little obelisk right over here. The Speedforce Dampener. If I turn this on, you will see very quickly. I'm actually going to take my helmet off because it's getting a bit in the way. But if I try turning on my powers, you will see that I do a little animation and nothing happens. Because the dampener is on. It's being powered by pure dark matter right now. Which, as I'm aware, this will power a bunch of stuff from Yo Fadda's mod. All of his mods are powered by this thing. But if you try and turn your powers on within, I think it's 6 blocks. 6-block radius of this thing, your powers will be completely negated, and you won't be able to do anything. Now, these can also be powered by, as you can see up top, an external power source using FE. I don't know how much it drains because I don't have an FE mod installed right now, but I know that's just like an alternative you can do if you don't want to get the arc reactors or the dark matter flasks, because I know they're really expensive and a pain. So that is an alternative if you would rather do it some other way. But like, even if you are using external power sources, this thing is going to be a pain because these things require quite a lot to make. They require the Speedforce harvester, which I showed before. Where is it? The harvester. I actually don't think I showed the crafting recipe for this, because I'm a doofus. But it's actually not that difficult. It is an amethyst shard, 4 blocks of gold, 2 redstone repeaters, and a redstone dust. And then to make one of these things, a connect dark matter generator, which we'll get to in a second, because this is also important. It is 4 iron ingots, 2 gold ingots, 2 amethyst shards, and then a dark matter kinetic energy core, which is just a pure dark matter flask, 2 diamonds, 4 gold, and then 2 of these star capacitors. So I guess it is actually kind of expensive to make one of these Speedforce harvesters, but it does kind of drain speeds to just full their power, so it's kind of necessary. Anyways, to make one of these Speedforce dampeners, you need one of these, 4 of the star capacitors. I told you guys to hang on to these earlier, because they come in handy. 2 of the redstone repeaters. A block of redstone and a redstone dust will net you 1 Speedforce dampener. And these aren't just cool trinkets, because, like, yeah, you can throw them on your walls, you can power them, all that, but why settle for this when you could settle for this instead? So, because you see, if you put this on top of an active beacon and turn it on, you just leveled, you just came into a whole new playing field. As far as I understand, I think these are supposed to level up with the beacon. I don't know that for certain. But I think it makes sense if they would. The stronger the beacon you have, the stronger your Speedforce dampener is. I'm gonna have to test that in a second to see if that's true or not. But just with a normal beacon, you get a like a dampening range of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blocks in every direction. I'm actually going to test this out right now because I do want to know for certain if this does increase. So I'm just going to build a bigger, better, badder beacon out here. And see what changes. I guess I need dark matter. Give me power. Oh, I have to punch a hole in the ceiling. Okay, so let's try this now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's still 10. So never mind. I guess I was wrong. This doesn't level up with the beacon. I think it should because 10 is still a short range for using a whole beacon. But I digress. These things are already really expensive, so I understand it not being all that big of a deal. Now, even if you went through all of this, speedsters will still probably try and show up your base, they'll mine your dampeners, all of that. And that's just like really frustrating because who wants to put up with all that? But you can make a speedster stay even less welcoming with augments. You see, the second slot here is for the augmentations, which you can add certain items inside these dampeners to change the effect. See, right now, if I turn on my Speedforce, I just get like a little like jolt and nothing happens. But if I was to say shove a wither skeleton skull in here, and then I was to try it, well, now I get wither. I put a fermented spider eye in and try it. Oh, and now I'm poisoned. And if I was to finally stick a lightning rod in there, I'm just going to start straight up taking damage every time I turn this on. It's a way of letting speedsters know, hey, we don't like you. Please stay out. You're gonna show up and grief my base. Which I think this is a very necessary device, especially on servers and stuff like that. So it's a really good addition. So I have one more thing to show off before we go into the powers, and that is the kinetic dark matter generator. Now, remember earlier I mentioned the space-time GPS, or the time-space GPS. You see, it's built into the flash suit, so I actually don't need one of these. It doesn't have a crafting recipe, so I've got no clue to actually get this. But when you have either a future tech suit, which is the impulse, reverse flash, or future flash suit, when you have those equipped, or a time space GPS, when you press O, you will be met with this GUI. This GUI allows you to open breaches. So you have your dimension, your X, Y, and Z. So for example, we're gonna go Minecraft overworld. We'll go to 0, 0, or we'll go 0, 68, 0 block, and now you will see that my coordinates are set. Actually, we can take it a step further. We're gonna go to Minecraft, the Nether, and go to 0. We'll go like 100. We're going to 150. 0. Lock it in, and now we're gonna open a breach. And now, so you're probably asking, well then, how are you gonna open a breach? And that's simple. You put on this kinetic dark matter generator that I showed you earlier to make the Speedforce harvester. You put this thing on, and then you do the one thing Harrison Wells told you to do all the time, which is run, Barry, run. So you will see as soon as you start running that you will have this show up. This happens, I believe, whether or not you have the suit on or not. I don't believe it's a part of the GUI. It might be though. But you will have dark matter buildup. So, as you run, this device on your chest, which looks suspiciously like a tachyon generator, is beginning to build up dark matter from your energy as you run. And it's beginning to strip away at like the fabric of space and time around you and begin to open a way into the Speedforce, which is why you're seeing a Speedforce storm begin to appear. Things are going to get very loud very quick. It takes forever for the speeder to build up, which is why you need to be on water, and you cannot jump or anything or slow down at all. Otherwise, it will begin to drain rapidly, and you're going to have to fight to try and keep it back up. So, as I continue running, and running, and running, and running, and running... Right there. See, Speedforce, once you breach 80, you will have this thing show up. You will see pretty soon here, I think once you breach 90, this guy will show up on your right. Right there he is. And then you're about to enter the Speedforce. Oh my god. Oh, well, I got unlucky. Okay, and now I'm running around in here. You can see that there are these portals everywhere. These are what you run into when you actually want to teleport. You can stay in here as long as you want, dodging portals. Trust me, it's not super easy. Especially when you first load in, you can get jump scared with them, which is what happened to me earlier and why we just went straight into the Nether. But this is the Speedforce. As you can see, we have been brought to 0, 0 in the Nether. You can see that little portal right above me just opened up. That was what we came through. You can actually jump back through it, I think, if you're quick enough. I don't know. I've never tried. But yeah, that's how the Speedforce works. It's basically your personal transportation device. If you try and go without coordinates, I believe you just get sent to a random coordinate out in a random dimension. It does work with modded dimensions as well, so have fun with that. But I'm going to go back to the overworld now so we can go through the abilities. I'll see you guys in a second. Alright, so this section of the video is going to be a lot less like, organized, I guess is the word. I did keep myself blind on a lot of the information about how, like, the actual Speedforce, like, controls, because I enjoy, like, showing you guys how to get obtainment and everything, but when it comes to actually playing the mod, I want to go in blind. So, let's check out. I do have a list, though, of abilities that you can use, and we're going to check them out real quick. So, M1s are just... Whoa, okay, hold on. Wait, that looks so cool. Did you do like a drop kick or something? Like, what was that? Can I do that again? Give it a second. Maybe I have to like pull that. I just have to click as fast as I can. Apparently, if you click fast enough, you're supposed to be able to set off sonic booms with your fists. Right there, like I just did. Although that's like super easy to do. Like, I'm not even clicking at my full speed and I'm doing that. Insane. So So I guess that's number 1. And then Rabbit Punches, that's actually pretty cool. I do like the idea of having to like actually click faster in real life to get more damage in game. That's pretty cool. And up next we have Speed Blitz. So let me spawn some of these husks down. And then apparently if I crouch and press the blitz button. Whoa! Yo, what? Hold on, let's do that again, hold on. That's so cool! Bro, you just speed blitz. Well, obviously you speed blitz them, it's like in the name, but oh my god, it all just happened so fast. That's insane. And apparently there's an extra thing if I do this with villagers, I turn it down by 1. Oh my god, you disarm them! No way. Okay. Dude, this is like instantly one of my top 5 favorite mods of all time. So now, apparently, the controls for this one, I'm looking forward to this one. If all I need to do is I need to go to supersonic speed. Oh yeah, I should probably explain supersonic real quick. Supersonic is like when you break the sound barrier, you have like a sonic boom out and all that. So supersonic is supposed to happen when you run for a specific amount of time at your top speed. So if I like do this, yeah, you can see it's like the wind starts to build up and then boom. And then you have your supersonic like running speed. You get a little, I think you go a little bit faster than normal. But there's also another way of doing this, which you saw me do in the intro. If I sprint and then immediately crouch, I do this like charge up running pose, and then if I let this go, hold on, please tell me that's what I thought it was. No, did I just pull off a supersonic punch? Hold on. Oh my god, I did, dude. You can see it's only like a really short animation, but you can see I do like the lunge that Barry does in like when he does it against like that bully guy. That's so cool. I need my hypercaloric power bars. Anyway. No, that's like legitimately one of the coolest things I've ever done. Wandering Trader. Well, I have him locked in my sights. Die! GG easy. He deserved it. I'm not a monster! So, next up is the Whirlwind Arms. I think, yeah, Whirlwind, where were we? But why can't I say that? Whirlwind Arms. So Whirlwind Arms are supposed to be performed by holding down the vibrate key and then spamming the increase button, the increase speed button, which I believe are R and X by default. So let me just, oh yeah, there it goes. And then you do like a little thing with your arms, and it doesn't appear to do any damage. Maybe is that just a quirk with the, yeah, no, it just doesn't do damage. Oh my, oh, so this is what he was talking about. Sorry, when my buddy was telling me about this mod, and like, he was the one who prepped the loadout and everything, he told me to try flying with Whirlwind Arms. I had no clue what he meant. That's actually really cool. You can like hover. I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to be able to do that. That might be like a bug or like an unintended feature. But like flying with Whirlwind Arm, I mean, it could actually be cool if like you like say you're falling from a high building, yeah, and then you like cushion your landing. That might be what it's trying to do, and then like you're just flying because like there's no limit on it. That might be what's happening. I don't know. Or either that or it's intentional, but I don't think Flash ever does anything like that in the comics. Could be wrong, but like you could literally, hold on, you could literally do like if I summon villager 20, I could literally do the thing he does in the series where he like cushions the fall. Oh my god, that's so cool. It's like, oh no, civilian, I saved you. That's peak, dude. I'm literally him, dude. That's insane. Phasing is pretty simple. You gotta be running and press R, and that will take you through buildings and such. Solid matter. So you're supposed to be able to phase other creatures. Yeah, like that. So if you hold right click and phase, or the vibrate key, while you're looking at an entity, you can phase them. And supposedly they're like immune to damage during this. I don't have any way of testing that right now, but I imagine they are. They have the phased like effect, so I think that's what that means. Oh, and your speedometer is going up because you're like shaking your. Okay, that's cool. And then if I left click, yep, you're supposed to be able to like tear them apart while they're phasing. That's cool. Yeah, you can even see it gives them the stats effect torn. That's so cool. Dude, I love this. I can't even lie, dude. I could run around like this all day. I don't know if you guys could tell. I had so much fun filming that intro. But then there's supposedly... I don't want to test this on my guy, so I'm just going to spawn these guys in. Apparently, if I... Yep. So if you phase and right-click the ground, you can phase enemies through the ground. And then they're, like, under here now, suffocating. Huh. That's pretty cool. Okay. So the next ability is... I'm gonna actually need more villagers for this. So let me grab myself some pillagers. The next ability is Flash Time. So Flash Time works literally just about how you would expect. You get like this aura around you where nothing can move or do anything. Oh my god, they're still really loud though, so let me... Okay, so yeah, there's like this aura around you where nobody can harm you or do anything now. I'm guessing their AI is still active. But yeah, they look pretty active still. These guys are... Wow, man. These guys are having a ball, dude. They're having fun, man. Catch arrows. If you vibrate and when you get hit with an arrow, you will do like a animation. Right there. You just saw me do it right there. Yep. And then I'll drop them in a moment. Holy crap, dude. I am like really determined to get these arrows out of me. Well, this is new. Showing remorse. If you played nice, I wouldn't have to break all your toys. Yeah, so I think those are the big ones abilities-wise. If I missed any, I'll come back and do another video on this later and cover those. But I got only a few of I think I got like one more thing to show, and then that's probably it for this video. No, two more things to show. They're kind of the same thing though, so. I'm going to show you guys something I promised earlier, which is the Reverse Flash. For those who don't know, Reverse Flash is a character from the Flash series who is known primarily for his supreme pettiness. The dude basically wants to ruin the Flash's life in any way possible. He does some like insanely petty crap, like, you know, killing, like pushing his best friend like out of the timeline so that his best friend never existed, so the Flash was lonely as a child. One time when the Flash was like hanging out at the top of a stairwell, Reverse Flash showed up and just straight up pushed him down the stairs, making him break his arm. Crap like that. So of course, you know, it is a Flash mod, so of course you gotta include stuff like that. And so Reverse Flash is in this mod. And the way that you trigger him is you wear a Flash suit, and the second you put on a Flash suit like this one, the game will consider you part of the Flash family. If I put down a wolf here, and I tame him, Reverse Flash is going to kill this poor, adorable little pupper. There's nothing I can do to stop him. As soon as this animal became my pet, it was inevitable. There's like actually no way to stop it. There is a way to turn it off, which I'll show in a minute. But basically, what you got to do to beat Reverse Flash, though, to fight him, is you have to activate Flash Time right as he pulls out. Because otherwise, he'll just be in and out in like a blur. Like you'll barely even get a chance to see him. All he does is make like a sound cue. So I have to time this precisely. So I'm just gonna wait until Reverse. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna wait till he shows up and kills my dog, and then I'm gonna cut to that. There he is. There he is. It was me, Barry. I'm going to kill you. You killed my dog. Get over here. Okay, hold on. I almost got him. Did he make a time remnant? Or whoa! Wait, is that that might be the original reverse flash that I summoned in the first time? No way, dude! They teaming up on me! They jumping me! I think I got his counterpart. I just have to beat him. Oh my god, he's done. Okay, I got 2 flash rings. Okay, they both dropped the reverse flash suit. Like I mentioned earlier, they do have a chance to drop the impulse suit. I guess I got really unlucky, but RIP. I wonder if it is guaranteed to drop reverse flash. I didn't think it was, but it might be. He did either that or it's like super common. Yeah. So once you get the reverse flash ring, you can obviously get the reverse flash. So now that you have the suit. I told you it was possible. I got it. I finally got the suit to get on with the ring. Let's go. So now that you have the reverse flash suit on, it's only like fair, in my opinion, that you get the actual powers of the man himself. So I am going to show you guys how to do that. So I'm actually going to take off the suit for a second to show this, because I don't know exactly how this works with the HUD on. I'm actually going to upscale the HUD a little bit so that it's easier to see for this. Let me throw this guys down. Okay, so the way that you get the negative speed force is by, well, channeling negative energy. That's how it works. So having a connection to speed force and channeling negative energy. Now, like, the way you do that is, like, it's not like an item or anything you can get. You have to, like, perform specific actions that are you serious? You have to perform certain actions that are considered to be, like, negative. So, one such thing is, if I step on the pressure plate one more time, one such action that can be deemed as negative is killing innocents. So, let's just do that. Oh my god, the villager stepped on the pressure plate. And I'm just gonna break the pressure plate. Yeah, what you gonna do now, huh? Come on, what you gonna do now? No escape now, huh? Alright, so eventually you'll begin to see here as I kill these guys. I will try and point out when it happens. Yeah, right there. So you can see now that I've started to kill these guys enough, you can see that my bar begins to turn red, all of my speed bars. This is to signify that, obviously, you are not doing a nice thing, and that you are slowly being corrupted. Or your connection to the speed force is slowly turning negative. So if I keep doing this, you'll see that it keeps rising. And it's actually possible to go back to, like, normal after all of this. You just can't progress all the way. Once you progress all the way, there's no coming back, but you can return to normal anytime before that. Right there. So, now that I've gotten the achievement Surge Protector, you can see that if I turn my Speed Force on now, I'm not... Yeah, everything's kind of red now. I'm gonna get a stone pressure plate. So, yay! So, with the negative speed force, it is actually very similar to the positive speed force in many ways. A lot of your abilities, you don't lose any abilities, I believe. I think you only gain abilities, or like you share the same abilities that are like slightly changed. But yeah, as a positive speed force user, you are slower than a negative speed force user. And if I run around here enough, I'll find eventually the spot I was just in. But most of the abilities are kind of the same, just slightly more destructive than their positive speed force counterparts. The most obvious one to show off is going to be, if I get villagers out, is going to be the Speed Force Blitz. As you can see, it's a little different to how it usually plays out. If I try and vibrate him like I did before, but instead of but if I try and vibe tear him like before, if I left click, he just dies, because you're not vibe tearing him anymore. You just put your phasing hand in his chest and kill him. There's alternatively, remember the really cool like disarming touch you had before? Yeah, that's gone. It's replaced with breaking all their necks. I think that's all I have for today. This mod is insanely awesome. I love the Flash, so anything Flash related, I will definitely check out. Huge shout out to Yo Fadda. He's so cool. He made this add-on a bunch more. I know Blaze is planning on doing reviews of his add-ons. I want to check out his Iron Man add-on as well because I'm a huge Iron Man nerd as well, and I would love to check that out. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe, do all that jazz. You already know the business. So with that, I'm gonna hop off, and I'll see you guys all next time. Bye-bye.